Here's the grid. This is from December 2002, so it looks like a snowflake because it is chilly and cold, and actually it was pretty nippy outside today. Answers to this puzzle's numbered clear clues go in the unshaded cells along the paths indicated. So, for example, the first answer at 1-8 starts in the cell marked 1 and goes southeast towards the 8. So that would be this cell here, and then it would go down here, and then along to here. So it's not too tricky, it makes sense. This must be doable. This absolutely is doable, kid. I just couldn't get my head around it because it's got some interesting geometry about it when you actually dig deep into it. The second goes east in the 4 unshaded cells after the heavy bar, ending in the cell marked 8. Yes, I can work that. That's fine. Some entries follow a bending path from border to border, so we will have one that goes from 2 to 6, and it'll follow. No, sorry, 2 to 7, and it'll follow this curving path here, and be an 8-letter answer. I did not have the effort, as you say, Gators. Some entries follow a bending path. Unclear answers, so those are the clear ones. And one point of note, if in the clear answers we come across any grey cells, we ignore them. So it's just the clear answers. The unclear answers, each 6 letters long, are clued in a random order. They should be entered radially from one of the shaded border cells to one of the central cells, or vice versa. So, for example, from here to here. But going in or going out, not told. Half go inward, half go outward. Each passes through 2 shaded cells. Their places in the grid can be determined with help from the clear entries. By reading the shaded cells clockwise from the one pointing upward in the uppermost left, i.e. this one in the top left here, solvers will discover the nature of the crystal ball on the perimeter and a prediction within. 9 clue answers are capitalised. So that's what we've got. I will keep this up here always visible, so we only have a small portion of clues visible at any one time. But we will get there. So we'll start with the clear clues, and fingers crossed, we'll work things out. Now, what's really annoying is in this font that I've got here. If I do, so what I wanted to do was do dots. But when you've got 3 of them, oh, okay. So it'll work for all the lines except, okay. Well, I'll just do it for those because it does the weird 3-dot thing. Anyway, Brazilian lady love involved in element of destiny. Allow me to first go with all the clues. When I get stuck, I will come to you. So this is a 4-letter answer, and it will start in this diamond here. And it will go down here. So we've got these 4 letters. Brazilian lady. Love involved in element of destiny. An element of destiny. So love. So I feel like Brazilian lady. Alt 0149. Ah! Did not know that. You have made my day, Cat. I will forget that alt code immediately, but that's still excellent. Yes. Yes. I feel like a Brazilian... Did I just say that? I feel like Brazilian lady is the definition. Love is O, involved in an element of destiny. Luck, lot becomes loot. Ooh, what's a 3-letter thing for destiny? Not sure. I'm too busy having fun by copying and pasting. Thank you so much, Catnip. You actually genuinely have made my day. There we go. We've got dots in all the things now. So Meredith has it. I'm going to leave it for now. You did, Catnip. Portents, unlimited significance. So this will go, because it's 1 to 8, it will now go here. Portents, unlimited significance. I feel like I know what it is. I feel like the answer is omen. because it's a 6-letter word with omen in the middle. And you take off the first and last letter and you get omen, but I can't work out what that 6-letter word is. Do you agree with me, Meredith, and or anyone else? If so, what's that 6-letter word? Moment. Moment? Why is significance moment? But take off the first and last letters. Women's? No. M-E-N. It is of great moment. Does that mean of great import, of great significance? I will take your word for it. Same root as momentous. Oh! I have learned another thing today. That's 2 things I've learned today. Steady on. It's pushing other knowledge out the side of my brain. 2 to 7. So this is an 8-letter answer, so we're going to start here, and we will go along here. And I apologise, I do wish I could get rid of these blue things, but it's probably... Bottle of brandy and container for beer found in bar. Bottle of brandy and container for beer found in bar. The container for beer is B and R, the first and last letters. And we're going to put that in a bar. Tavern. Tavern. So bottle for brandy. Gonna come back to that one as well, I think, because all I've got going around my head at the moment is schooner. Which isn't right. Is it a snifter? But those are glasses. A schooner's a glass, not a bottle. A Jeroboam. A Rehoboam. A Magnum. For brandy and container of beer found in bar. So what's your bar? Pub? Inn? Oh, it may not be a pub. It might be a bar as in a rod. A rod, a staff, a stick, a cane, or it could be to ban. Bar has an irritatingly large number of meanings. So again, I'm going to come back to that. Sorry about that. Eat up, having wandered back outside. Eat up, having wandered back outside. Philosophical question here. Can up be a reversal indicator if it's normally it's reserved for down clues, but eat up, having wandered back outside. Is it a hidden? Eat up, having wandered back outside. I think, is it going to be up, the 2-letter word up, with a word for wandered, reversed and outside of it? So digest. Corrode. Nibble. No, I'm going to come back to that one. 512. So this starts here, goes along here. We know the 4th letter is, well, the last letter, in fact, for this one is an O. Destined for following gold car. Oh, okay, yeah, happy with 5. More straightforward. Slightly strange definition, but it does work. Go for 512A. Don't know how on earth we're going to designate these. What is a 4-letter word for a car? It's not Audi, but I know why you're doing that. It is auto. So if a letter is destined for someone, it is to someone. So it's to, and it's following AU for gold. So AUTO. So that's auto. And yeah, the crossing's going to work in really strange ways. Things are double crossed, as it were, just with very bizarre crossings, because this is from 2-7. the crossing on this one. Okay, now doing these 4 squares down here. A group of geese along English River. A group of geese along English River. It's a gaggle or a skein, depending on whether it's flying or not, but that's what a group of geese is. So, honk! Everybody honk in the chat. Yeah, you did, Meredith, but I know. We'll have Muppetry moments. It's slang for honking birds. That's what it is. Along English River. 7 ooze. Along a group of geese. Is it ooze? O-U-S-E? Nile. Could it be Nile? Could a group of geese be nil somehow? And then E for English. Okay, so that tells me Stephen does know what it is. One is a goose. Group of geese. Is the definition a river? I've also got nene, N-E-N-E, going around in my head, but I don't think it is. When it's a jar. When it's foie gras, which just rhymes with it. Okay. A group of flying geese. Oh, it's a V formation. A group of geese might be a V. Avon. It's Avon. So A is A. A group of geese is a V. And along is on. And then the English River is the definition for Avon. There are 9 capitalised answers here. Not that I'm not going to keep track of that. There we go. Thank you very much for that. 6-11. So we're starting here. We know the third letter is M. And then we're going to go down to here. Observe Spielberg creation put up for sale again. Observe Spielberg creation put up for sale again. I'm happy with this one. I found the 2 things that I needed to find in my head. I found them there. Doing nothing. Not even paying rent. Observe Spielberg creation put up for sale again. I've got 6. Who else has got 6? Someone. Someone must have it. I can't have beaten you all. No. First letter is R. Nope, let's put it in the grid where I meant to put it. The first letter is R, and I'll actually put the second letter. It's re something or other. To put up for sale again is the definition. If you observe something, oh, a fellow observed such and such thing and made a and then the Spielberg creation is a 2-letter film. Go for it. Remarket. I think I did beat everyone. There we go. Alf does not have 2 letters because nobody writes to him. So remarket. So remark is observe, E.T., Spielberg creation, and then put up for sale again, remarket. Doctor's name broadcast. Doctor's name broadcast. A doctor. Tender. A carer. Name broadcast. So it's going to sound. Have you not? No? If you put it on the market, if it doesn't say, you have to remarket it. Doctor's name broadcast. Now, doctor is an anagram indicator to doctor something, and also is broadcast technically, but I think it's going to be broadcast as in to say out loud. Name, handle. That's true. And guess who hasn't got the can ready? I thought about it at the start of the stream and then went, oh, I haven't got it. But here we go. Which can have I got? Yes, it's the 7. 7 sort of slanty ways. Tenant. So this is from 2002. No, this was in the interregnum period of Doctor Who, so I'm trying to get the other can. It's not a cross. It's very much not a cross, this 7. What clue is it? We'll lift this 7 up. This is sort of 7 to 10. Name, broadcast. Going to need more than that. 9-16. So we're actually going to go backwards. So the first 2 letters we don't know, but then it's K-A. I camped in park with rabbit-like creature. Oh, park is P. I camped. I want it to be a hidden. Can park be K? Hang on. Yeah, there we go. So park can be PK, like on a map abbreviation, and that's the bit I need. Go for 916A in the chat. So we're going to put an I. It's going to camp inside the P and the K. So I've got PIK, and then A is A. And I'm assuming... I know! Yeah, Pikachu! I'm assuming. I had no idea there was actually something called a Pika. Daniel Pika. So, Pika animal. If it's cute, it's going straight up on the screen. Oh, it's a cutie! He's very cute. Yes. Aww. Definitely cute. Absolutely. I've lost the stream again. There we go. So there we go. Something sprouted. As you were saying, something sprouted. As you were saying. No letters for this, and it goes, if I get the right, it goes here and down to the left. Ah, I haven't got the numbers. I didn't include this in the screenshot, but it is... Oh, no, hang on. 16's here, isn't it? I'm just going to check. Just going to check. Yeah, no, 16 is spouted, not sprouted. Sorry, 16 is here, so it goes 13 underneath this square, 14, 15, 16. So it does go along here. Of course it does. Something spouted, as you were saying. What's spouted? Tea? Poor tea. As you were saying. Pardon? What? Carry on. Something spouted. You sort of say things, don't you? A word, a verb. Steam. Meredith might have it. First letter then. I've not had any help yet, and I feel like I should get a bit of help. As you were saying. First letter, please, for your thought, Meredith. You think maybe wrong? Well, happy to run away. I mean, what? W-A-T-T. Because as you say, what? Why would you spout a what? It would go here. It would go here, 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 here. So we have no crosses for it yet. So we're going to hold off on that. Not what? Second letter of what you've got then? Possibly a W, possibly, probably an H. W-E. What do you spout? Something spouted. Weed. Well. Well, as you were saying, well, is a well spouted? No. Not a fan of it. Not a fan, but I'll bear that in mind. It's something spouted. I was thinking about the thing that could be going through the spout, but it's just something with a spout. So teapot, urn, something like that. Don't know. 10, 15. So we're going here. We've got the first two of the first four letters. Step on the scale with meadow mice holding 5 in turns. Step on the scale with meadow mice holding 5 in turns. I like that you wait until I move on to the next clue. It's very, very British to be in the queue. Okay, step on the scale. So that could be like a gradient, you know, a marking on a scale. So it's, you know, an individual thing. It could be to weigh yourself, to step on a scale. With meadow, meadow is probably L-E-A. Mice, not sure what that is. Holding 5, well, that's probably V. There's your V. In turns. Step levitate. Mice. What is mice doing there? With meadow, mice. Rats. First letter, please, Catus. I'm expecting it to be L. Ooh, I like being surprised. Ah. So Rev are the first 3 letters for this. With meadow mice holding 5 in turns. Okay. So mice, if mice holds 5 and it's backwards in this word, Revicem, step on the scale, revolution, with meadow, I'm not spotting this. Next letter, please. Rats. Okay. Over is backwards there. I don't know whether that's important. Next letter, please. I'm not doing very well. So, revolve. Revolves. Revolver. Step on the scale. With meadow. A meadow is a field, a lea. Oh no, I'm not spotting it yet. Next letter, please. Yes, don't reveal the answer in the chat yet. Revolve. Revolver revolves. Turns, so it's revolves. Okay, now why is it revolves? Step on the scale is step on the musical scale, and the step is re, do, re, mi. With meadow mice, so those must be vols. I've not heard of that term for them before. There we go. And then we're going to put V for 5 in vols, so revolves. Have not heard of that before. So revolves. It's made up of different text thingies. Revolves. There we go. 11 to 14. So we have the first couple of letters for this one. Milton playing woman in comedy. Milton playing woman in comedy. It starts here and it goes down to this letter here. It's going to be an anagram of Milton. Is there a Tomlin who is a woman in comedy? There is. Okay, good. Lily Tomlin. Oh, I think I've heard of her. Maybe. I immediately doubt myself. But anyway, that's the anagram of Milton, because playing is your anagram indicator there. Jack and I have exaggerated talk. This is 13 to 20, so we're going to start here, and we're going to go up and to the left. Probably, yeah, absolutely. Jack and I, it must have come up in a New York Times crossword at some point in the past few years, have exaggerated talk. Jack and I... Okay, I've got it. We've got it. Now, this is a definition I'm not familiar with, but I understand what it's doing. Go for 13. Is it a thing? I mean, I've heard of hand jive, sure. Jive talk, exaggerated talk, I've heard of jive talk, sure. But no, I've not seen Airplane. Sorry, no, I have seen Airplane, but I haven't got the reference from it, apparently. Next one for this line is going to start here and going to go this way. Don't call me Shirley. See, I have that reference I would get. Garment left in collection of materials. Garment left in collection of materials. Well, I was hoping that lair was going to be the answer there because it's hidden backwards in materials. But it isn't as far as I'm aware. Left will be L. Collection of materials. Oh. Yeah. Got it. So, it's not a word for set. It's a word for a set. So you've got a collection of stuff. It's a set of stuff, but it's not the word set. It's 3 letters, but it's not that word. You're going to put the L in there, and you get a garment. Go for 30. Go for sort of 1320B. It's a kit, and the garment is a kilt. And I don't know what I've just done there. Oh, that's what it did. Here's a wee kilt. Holiday approaches, consuming Y. So this is 14, which is this one here. And it's going to go up and then along here. Based on 3-5. It's got to be New Year's. So Nears. So it's New Year's. No, that's a Y. E-A. So it's nears for approaches. Turn off spell check. How do settings? Spell check is going to get very annoying very quickly. Assistant. I haven't used this enough. This thing. It's Affinity Designer if you want to help. User interface. Tools. Shortcuts, assistant, miscellaneous. So why is it EWI? Y is the expanded Y. Oh, that's quite clever. That's quite clever. Cool. Just going to get rid of the settings. Okay, New Year's. 1518. Good evening, Volcanic. The volcano in Iceland's been erupting over the past day and a bit. I was watching it in the instead of working yesterday on my stream. Sorry, not on my stream. On my whilst working. Became aware of polar opposites in offspring. So it starts 15 and it goes up to 18. So it's a 6-letter word starting with S. Became aware of polar opposites in offspring. Polar opposites, yeah. Yeah, in offspring. Yep, happy with 15. There's a few things going on here, but I think it's okay. So polar opposites. North Pole, South Pole. Those are your polar opposites. We're going to be putting a combination of N and S, or S and N, one of the combinations, in a word meaning your offspring, your progeny, or a small part of a fruit. Go for 15 to 18. If you became aware of something, you sensed it. Spawn. Sense. It's not east. There are not east and west poles. So on. Oh, that's really good. That's really, really good. It's entirely wrong, but I love it. 17 to 24. So this puzzle, basically, it's just got a funky grid. Manic. All the instructions are here. I'm going to let you read it. We're going here up to here. In audience, provoke crown. Provoke. Poke. Rile. Is there a type of crown called a rile? Provoke. Stir. Is there a type of crown called a stir? Crown. The crown. Pate. Bait. Tiara. Diadem. Oh, hang on. Have I gone the wrong? Yeah, sorry. Oh, right. Okay. So it's 4 letters, and it's these 4. I was looking at the wrong thing. I was expecting it to be these, but of course it's not. Provoke crown. peak? If you provoke, do you peak? P-I-Q-U-E. Oh, what a twerp I am. Okay, right. It's never knowingly undersolved. That's me. Small nose, full of punch. Small nose, full of punch. And it's going to go here, 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 and here. Small is S, nose, pry, full of punch, you're spry. See, I can solve things. Oh, dear. How amazing. Absolutely, Hans. 18 to 23, so starting here and start going up, DRI. Baboon chomped down on something boring. It's got to be a drill bit, hasn't it? Because that literally bores through things. A drill bit. It might not be bit, but it's drilled something or other. Baboon. Is there a drill that's a baboon? Because I've not heard of it if there is, but I can well imagine there might be a drill baboon. If you chomp down on something, it's bit. And then you get something boring, which is a drill bit. As in a man drill. Alright, fine. Drill bit. Second fruit oozes. Second fruit oozes. Starts SL and it goes here and then here, here, here. Second is S. I need a 5-letter fruit that begins with L. Oh no, fruit can be plural. It's a 4-letter fruit in the singular. Go for 1922. So it's oozes as in a physical thing. I think an ooze. That looks like an ooze. That looks like a slime. So it's going to be limes is your fruit going after the S. And we've got slimes. There we go. 21-4. So the last of the clear clues. No. It's this next set. I keep thinking it's that. No, we've got this 4 and then up here. Which I'm not doing well because I've got the wrong thingy. Traps belonging to Dubois. Traps. Okay. Belonging to Dubois. I will not, Meredith, I will not. Now, I can't remember. But I think Dubois sounds like a French name, so belonging to. Is it a French word that I need there for that sort of avec or belonging to? Well, it's ours. Web sours. 2 Dubois is 8 letters, but hang on. No, it's only 4 letters. Hang on. It's not an 8-letter word. Traps are webs. Belonging to Dubois. So, is it B.S. Dubois? Belonging to? It's W... Oh, no, it's W.E.B. Don't like that. It's absolutely fine. It works, but I still don't like it. Earned high marks on an album, including Beethoven's Third. Earned high marks on... I want it to be aced. Beethoven's Third is the letter E. The third letter of Beethoven is E. But ACD, is that an album? Oh, it's ACD. A-CD, which is an album. Because this is 2002, remember, we deal with CDs. And I'll be honest, I still like buying CDs. I like having music without not having to be on the internet. You know, it's nice not having to be on the internet, and that's not in the right place, is it? So yeah, Drew is on the way back, given a ring. So it's here. Drew is on the way back, given a ring. Is on the way back. There you go. Given Yeah, okay, I've got this. 22-3, I've got this. Hollow has it. Give it a few seconds. Really, Caroline? Really? That's a terrible question. And it reminds me of the XKCD thing that was on quite recently about terrible quiz questions. Go for 22-3 now, go for it. So this is a liquid. This is a liquid term. Drew is your definition. Is on the way back. It's going to be is backwards. And if you rang someone, you called them, you phoned them. Siphoned. That's two people. Well done, Andy. Both of you get a rim shot for that. Stand for consequences of too much acid. So it's TR something. Something. Is it like tranced, tripped? Like that form of acid rather than a chemical acid? Oh, a tripod? Yeah, trip OD. There you go. Tripod. So a stand is a tripod, and a trip OD could be the consequences of too much acid. So trip OD. We've got a lot of D's at the top there. Okay. Let's ignore the clue, the stuff that I haven't done yet, and let's do these. Section of glass capturing a victory dance. So just to recap, these are going to start in one of the grey squares, grey shapes, either on the outside and go to one of the greys on the inside, or start on the inside and go to the outside, but we're not told which. And I've got a and I must be able to work out where it goes. No. I think it's going to go in one of these ones. No, it could go in this one. But we don't have a definite place for it yet. There are indeed half and half, and I will, let's up here, inward and outward. I'll keep track of them. Go for A if you've got it. So section of glass is a window pane, and A is A, and victory is V for victory, and I believe there's a dance called a pavane. I don't actually know how you say it, but I assume pavane. Pavane feels wrong, so I'm assuming pavane. So that is that. I'm now going to check the pronunciation.
Pavan.
Pavan? Well, there you go.
Pavan.
Pavan. Terrible thirst for casual wear. I've got this one, and it's hyphenated, which helps work out what it is, and I think it goes here. That should just be a space, shouldn't it? Oh, it doesn't like spaces. Okay, so I will have to put them... Now I'll have to keep that dot there. Go for B. It's an anagram of thirst. I'm actually quite thirsty. And I think it's going to go here. What am I wearing? T-shirt. Remember to add the R. T-shirt. And that is your casual wear. And that one is going outward. So we're at 1. Gold Glover taking part in Buffalo Marathon. Gold Glover taking part in Buffalo Marathon. Is Glover the name of someone, and it's going to be Faloma or Alomar or Lomara or Omarat? Is it something like that? Why has Meredith gone -1? Why have you gone -1? Does that mean it isn't? I'm assuming it means that it isn't, because otherwise it would have been a +1. Gold is AU, but we've already used gold as AU in this puzzle, so it could be OR as well. Glover, taking part in Buffalo Mountain. I don't know what a golden glove is. If I had to guess, it's going to be Alomar because it will go here. And there's nothing wrong with guessing because that's how cryptic clues work. Alomar, okay. It is! It is! I'm absolutely giving myself a +1 for that because I knew the principle and I even named it. I just wasn't sure what it was. Now, it does it so it goes into this... to one of the central cells. Sorry. So it goes into the central cell. Alomar. Alomar, how you doing? Exactly, Catnip, exactly. Tug returns after you and I rise to the surface. Okay, so you and I, that's us. And it's going to rise, so it's probably backwards. To the surface. Tug returns. Pull at... Oh, hang on, that was outwards. That's 2 outwards. Not going to get D immediately, so I'm going to come back to it. Place nearby post office in cathedral area. Place nearby post office in cathedral area. Yeah. If I put tripod in? No, because... Well, yes, but it's not one of the clues. Okay. PO is usually post office. But a cathedral, a cloister, a square, a catacomb, a belfry. No, I'm going to come back to that. Dad clumsily handles fruits. Dad clumsily handles fruits. So if you clumsily handle something, it could be an anagram indicator, clumsily, but I don't feel like it's going to work. I think clumsily handles is going to be a 4-letter thing, and Dad is going to be either pop or pa. So I need some fruits that begin with P. Pomelos. Papayas. Papa. Is it papayas? YS or pays? Parpays. If you clumsily handle something, do you pay for it? Don't feel... No, because it'd be papayas, Dan. Papaya. You know how it's spelt. So it's not that. Got to come back to that one then. Sulfur found in dead leaf added to a journal. Sulfur found in dead leaf added to a journal. Sulfur is S in the periodic table. Found in dead leaf. So dead is probably D. And a leaf could be a page. Would want it really to start with a vowel, maybe R. Because I need leaf. So D and leaf, and then put an S in it. Probably a leaf. It'll end ED, because added to a journal is the final definition. So what have we got? Added to a journal. Diaried. Dished. If I put S there... I feel like that's what's going on, but I'm not sure, and it would go here in this line here. H, a ramshackle farm with empty building, hyphenated. A ramshackle farm with empty building. A is A, anagram of farm, and then E for empty. But... No, A frame. There you go. That is exactly what I said it was. A is a ramshackle farm, anagram of farm. And then E for empty is an A frame. And that is a building, not an empty building, which is what I was getting my twiggers in a nist for. And yes, I said that deliberately. So again, we can't quite pin it down, but it could go here. Hawthorne heroine has partying need oddly. Is there a Prynne? P-R-Y-N-N-E. Prynne. Is that a Hawthorne heroine? There is. Hester Prynne. There we go. And you see, Catnip, see, I have no idea what this is, but I've worked it out from the principal. So not Catnip Meredith. Scarlet Letter. Fair enough. So... where can that go? Oh, that's going to go here, surely. And this is another outward. We're getting all the outwards out of the way. P. Helps if I don't do that. P. R. Y. N. N. And E. And we can put that in the grid. And that is an outward. Tour of scenery. Suffered tragedy. Okay, I know what this must be, but I don't quite get half of it. It goes here. Go for J. And I'm going to put an H there. A tour of scenery is an over actor. A ham. Suffered is let? Why is suffered let? He let it happen. He suffered it happen. No, that doesn't quite work. Suffer the little. That's not suffer a witch to live. Okay. Okay. Except I would. South end of Laredo and not a place in Mexico. Got this. I'm going straight in for Sonora because it's somewhere in Mexico, isn't it? South is S, end of Laredo is O. Not and not is nor, and then A is A, and the place in Mexico is Sonora. We suffered. You. Could be one of the other ones. So, floor material on a slant, missing middle piece. Floor material on a slant, missing middle piece. So if you're something... So I feel like on a slant, leaning, tilting. Tilting minus the middle letter becomes tiling, and that is your floor material. And I am going to make a guess that it goes there. So we are now at 4 outward, 1 inward. Right. Let's go back to the regular clues, because I know some of you were champing at the bit for these, so I'll now go for help. Brazilian lady, love involved in an element of destiny. Starts here and ends O-N-A. Okay, go for this. I know what it is now, but this must just be a common name in Spanish. Oh, I had Iona. I had Iona, inner, but no, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. And you're quite right, it's the only country in South America that doesn't speak Spanish. Sorry, quite right, Hollow. So DNA is an element of your destiny. It does spell out what happens to you, Sedona. Oh, it's literally Portuguese for lady. Oh, okay, there you go. And then omen. Bottle of brandy. Oh, bottle for brandy is a decanter. Now, why? Container for beer is a can in a... If you bar, you deter someone. Yeah, I'll take that. Sort of to put off. There we go. Yes, I know none of these make sense, make actual words. I know that. Eat up, having wandered back outside. Eat up, so it's devour. But why is it devour? I thought it was the only country in South America to not have Spanish as an official language. You inroved. Eat up. You, having wandered back, roved outside the U. There we go. Thank you. Guyana. Well, there we go. I have learned. I'm learning so much and forgetting so much. Doctor's name broadcast. Doctor. So that's repair, maybe? Hang on, where are we? 7 to 10. So we start with 7, which is here. So it's something. Name, broadcast. Well, broadcast is to air, isn't it? So re-air. Name. Oh, your name is your rep. There you go. Rep air. Yeah. Something spouted. As you were saying... This is 9:16, so it is this bit. So it is blank. So it's EWE. Like something spouted must be a ewer because that is sort of a large jug and it's got a spout. Now, as you were saying, I mean it's an anagram of were. As you were saying... Oh, clever. Nice. Nice. Yeah, should have spotted that. And that's... all the outside ones? Okay. So can I put Pavane in? I can... No, Pavan. I can. Pavan. I can Pavan. Pavan goes there. And that is an inward. What are the ones? A-frame. That's here, and that's an outward. So that's 5 outwards, only 1 more outward to go. Hamlet I've already put in, but I haven't marked on here, as I think someone mentioned. Sonora. That's going to go here, and is the final outward. The others are all inwards. Okay. Tug returns after you and I rise to surface. I did not know that. Is that because of some form of migration that happened at some point, Neil May? There's got to be a reason for that. Tug returns after you and I rise to the surface. So I've got this as an outward. Oh no, it's also an inward because it's both ways. Mine is a palindrome for this one. Go, Arch. What have you got? Go for it. I'm going to tell you what I've got. I've got pull up, rise to the sort of. So which way is that going? Mine is not palindromic. Oh. You and I is us. First letter, please, Arch. We. Well up. If water wells up. I'm glad we had the same thought, though, Meredith. Well up. Rise to the surface, and that definitely is going inward. Place nearby post office in cathedral area. An apse. An apse is your cathedral area, and put PO in there, and you get oppose, and sort of if you face someone or place nearby, you oppose it. If something is apposite, it is nearby. So there we go. Dad clumsily handles fruits. Opposes, legally a word. Grudging there, I see. Dad clumsily handles fruits. Paws. I was so close with papaya. It's pawpaws. Paws. So dad is paw, and if you paw at something, you bat it and things like that. Pawpaws are fruits. Now I forget what we call them in the UK, but we don't call them pawpaws. Sulphur found in dead leaf added to a journal. Is this the last one? It is the last one, so it must go here. Is it an insect? Yes, an insect. No. Sulphur found in dead. Good evening, Liari. Insect. And then C. It's not. Sulphur. S. Found in. Inert. Inert. If you're dead, you're inert. So put the S in there, you get insert. And a leaf added to a journal would be an insert. There we go. And that is the last clue. Another inward. So we've now got all 6 inwards. And any of those names mean anything to you? Where am I looking, Catus? Any of those names mean anything right above what? Oh, custard apple, cherimoya, sweet top, ilang ilang I've heard of, and custard apple. So those 2 I have heard of. And the final bit of the puzzle. By reading the shaded cells clockwise from the one pointing upward in the uppermost left, solvers will determine the nature of the crystal ball, which is a paperweight. Yeah. And a prediction. Snow flurries. There we are. So snow flurries on the inside and a paperweight, and that is all the crystal ball is good for, other than setting fire to things, because it focuses the light rays. That is Crystal Ball by Hex. There we go. As I say, that grid must be doable in Excel, but it hurt my head trying to work it out, because this has got 6 rows and 5 across, or 6, and this has got the other way round and thing anyway. So there we are.